Hi all, I have another wonderful game of pool Morphy, which has been actually extensively analysed already on the channel. You might do a search kingscrusher bird Morphy 1858 to find it. But here, let's get a more, just a leisurely satisfaction from the beauty and aesthetics of this game. So Henry Bird playing white, e4. Morphy plays e5, and then we get the Philidor defense, which is known to be a bit passive, but after d4, a very aggressive move, f5, white plays knight c3. Now Morphy kind of grabs the center in a way. He takes, and now he gets a very aggressive pawn center. Perhaps there's better moves for white here. Knight g3 is a bit on the passive side. After e4, the knights are stumbling around a bit. Knight f6. Bishop g5, bishop d6. This is a bit of a target potentially. Knight h5. Black just castles. Queen d2, and now queen e8 hits h5 as well as putting pressure on e5. g4, and now a nice little tactic from Paul Morphy. The first nice little tactic. Can you guess? Clue: this might be a tactical liability. This aggressive piece. Knight takes g4, yeah, undermining the knight. So it doesn't matter, well, protection's pretty flimsy. White did take on g4, maybe he's looking forward to the g-file. Queen takes, knight e5, so perhaps white's intention is to castle queenside and use this g-file. But Morphy hits the centre hard with knight c6, bishop e2, now queen h3. Now white took on c6, perhaps thinking he's going to be safe enough here after bishop e3 to try and use that g-file later. Rook b8, and there might seem to be absolutely no point of this because it's not assisted by anything, surely, after white castles queenside. But here is a real shocking idea which engines don't pick up, by the way, because technically there might be, you know, stronger moves in the position, but it's an absolutely beautiful, beautiful idea that is played in this position, nonetheless, from a human perspective. Anyway, so black to play here. I wonder if you can guess what Paul Morphy played. Beautiful idea indeed. Sometimes you want to put your best resources on squares around your opponent's king, but that seems impossible, right? How does a queen get over there near to the king? Is there any move which can do that? I'll give you 5 seconds. You might not have seen this game before. Rook takes f2. Opening up the connection here from one side of the board to the other. Which square though? After bishop takes f2, what's the idea? Or is it a queen move? Is it something else? Can you guess? It is indeed a queen move, actually. Queen a3. So threatening mate, and if it's taken, then this is a nice checkmate. So we have c3. Queen takes a2, and it's very dangerous now. You know, the threats of check and a mate, because this pawn's holding that d3 square. b4, check, check. Perhaps there are better defensive moves, but I just want to show you the game really. After king b2, maybe this is yeah, looking a bit dodgy in principle, going on that b file. So this was the moment really. If white wanted to try and survive a bit longer, then king c1. But he played, yeah, king b2 into the line of fire, basically. So yes, you can guess. Morphy took this off. Bishop takes b4. Rook takes b4 check, and the king is in dire straits. Absolutely dire straits. The queen took, check, and now a very, very nice move here, which, so it's only like the queen, but can the queen be helped here? There's another case of the queen. Can it get any assistance in this position? 5 seconds. e3, not letting white set up a blockade, you know, to make sure this bishop f5 happens. You know, because if bishop f5, then a blockade can be set up, for example, maybe. So so e3 with tempo, bishop f5 check, and it's a nice crossfire. Even though it's only bishop and queen, it's a very, very nice crossfire. Now, if bishop d3 here, can you see what black can play? Yeah, queen c4 check is possible. That's embarrassing the bishop. That would be pretty nasty, for example. So we have rook d3. So at least the bishop's holding up d3 in the event of check. But this check is played anyway. The king tries to cling on to d3 for dear life. Check, and there's another tactical vulnerability here in this position. Yes, that loose rook on h1 after check. White resigns. It's a delicious game. It might not be the totally, like, theoretically soundest way to play the position, rook f2, but it really did get those resources around the king, that queen switching to a3 beautifully. And it was a raging attack after that. Yeah, some better defense available. You can check the more detailed video for analysis. But from a beauty perspective, this is a beauty prize game, in my view. One to be adored, and no wonder it's in so many people's game collections at chessgames.com. So, beautiful finish there. Beautiful game. Hope you enjoyed it. Comments, questions, likes, shares appreciated. Thanks very much.